Hey everybody, this is Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share this video if you want to. If you'd like to make a donation to me, please do so. My Cash App and PayPal information will be in the comment section. When you make a donation to me, I email you and I ask you, do you have a question? It could be a spiritual question or a question on narcissism, and I will do a video response specifically for your question. If you don't have a question and you just want to chat with me for a little bit, you can make a donation, $10 and above, and I will definitely email you and we can chat a little bit in the email. Okay? So let's get down to the topic. I don't have that much time on my phone. I might have to make a part two if I go over my time. So I want to talk about how I noticed that most beta males end up with narcissistic women. And this is why it's important to work on your confidence and work on your boundaries. You're not going to be able to just change yourself overnight because we're dealing with a lot from how we were raised. Okay, and this is how we end up. As you know, a beta male is known to be passive. If you look it up, if you Google it, look in a dictionary, it is known as a submissive or a passive male, whether it's in a professional setting or in his relationships, okay? And that could end up being negative for that particular male because most people don't respect passive individuals. The alpha male or the alpha female does get more respected in a professional setting, in relationships, in the world, because people are just going to respect people who just don't take shit or who stand up for themselves, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean that a beta male or beta female means that they're any less than or less important than alphas. Alphas got issues too. I'm an alpha female and I have my issues, and I have to calm down my leadership, if I ever want to get into a relationship, okay? Because a lot of times alphas have hard times respecting others or submitting to others and understanding that it's not just about you leading all the time. You have to kind of calm down. But I know a couple of beta males that end up getting burned by narcissistic women. And one thing I do want to tell you, if you're a beta male watching this, stop putting women on a pedestal. Stop putting anybody on a pedestal. And I noticed that there's a beta male. Well, I don't really consider him a friend of mine, but he was a friend of mine. He's crazy about me and he puts me on this pedestal, and I'm like, I'm not all that. He's like, I'm an amazing girl, but I'm not all that. And the way he, speaks to me or views me, it's like he put me, yeah, I'm a goddess, yeah, I'm a queen, but he puts me on this pedestal of like, he can't, how can I say, he's gotta have me, or it's like, if I get her, then I know I'm worthy. That's the aura that I'm getting from him. And a lot of you beta males, stop putting any human being on a pedestal. All of our shit stinks. We all bleed red, okay? There's nobody who's better than you, okay? Only the creator is better than you. Everyone has to bring something to the table when it comes to a relationship. Don't think in your mind, oh yes, I got that girl, so now that means I'm something. No, you need to feel you are somebody before you get into a relationship, because this is how these narcissistic women are getting their claws into you, and they are just dragging you through your life, and then they dump you and leave you. Okay, I have literally seen, and men, I feel men and women are built differently emotionally, and I haven't seen many men be able to bounce back from narcissistic abuse the way I've seen women do. And I'm not saying that is true. I'm just saying in my life from experience, it it takes men longer sometimes. And some of the men that I've seen who got dragged by a narcissistic demon, it took them longer. It took them longer than the women, okay? And this is why you shouldn't let it happen to you at all, and stop putting people on a pedestal. So if you are a beta male, you have to work on your confidence. You have to work on your boundaries. You have to really put up a facade so that way people won't disrespect you, whether it's in the workplace, your family, your friends. You need to put up that protection, because especially a lot of beta males I know are very educated. Most of the beta males I know, they've had their jobs for years, over 10, 20 years. They're hardworking. Most of them end up, they're very good fathers, if they're single dads, or if they're, and even in their marriage, they're domesticated, they're patient, they're kind. Beta males are, to women, beta males are usually the less attractive, because women like to feel protected. We like to feel confident in that man, that if some shit went down, he's got that. And that is the reason why a lot of women, they say, go after the bad guy. Because even though he's bad, he's sincere and he's sure in his badness, okay? And that's a turn on, to humans, to women in general. So that's the answer to your question. That is why a lot of women go after toxic men, bad men, because even though it is coming off toxic, he is sure in his toxicity. He knows. He walks in the room and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. This is who I am. Take me as I am. And most beta males, y'all don't do that. Y'all don't walk in the room. I'm not saying to change that about you, because I think there's someone for everyone. I think that a beta male can end up with an amazing woman, and she's not going to run over him, even though he's not assertive and he's not a leader, and he's not the king and he's not the boss in his household. There are going to be some women out there who are willing to respect that man, regardless if he's alpha or he's a beta. But I'm just saying, put your shield on, beta males, because I've seen it, and this video is especially for the men, because I feel for it, because I know that men are built differently emotionally. And I just haven't seen the men who suffer from the narcissistic abuse be able to bounce back the way women I've seen. Okay, so I always got stories for you, so I'm gonna tell you this story. So I grew up with this narcissistic girl, right? I think I've talked about her before, or I might have spoke about her sister. But anyway, so I grew up with this narcissistic girl, and no matter how whorish or toxic this girl is, she always got her hands in a beta male, or like a good guy, so to say. So when I heard she was getting married, I was pretty shocked. I mean, I knew that she had boyfriends, I knew she got around, but I was like, someone's actually gonna marry this girl? And when I met the guy she was going to marry, I was just in my heart like, oh my gosh, should I tell him? Should I tell him who she really is? I even asked mutual friends at the time, like, oh my gosh, this is a nice guy. Like, what did he see in her? Like, should we tell him the truth of who she really is? That she's a whore? That she's a thief? That she's all these things? And I decided not to. I was like, you know what? It's really not my place. It's not my business to tell this man who this woman is. At the time, I did not know what narcissism was. I just felt this chick was just straight up crazy, pretty much. But back then, because I grew up with her, I just kept the connection there, pretty much. So I actually did her hair for their wedding. I was present at their wedding. And the entire time, I'm standing there looking, and I'm just like, this man has no idea what this girl is going to do to him, And she did exactly what I figured she would do. Of course, through time, They ended up having a daughter. Keep in mind, when they got married, she just gave birth to a married man's child. So here he is, he's marrying this woman, and she just gave birth to another woman's husband's child. That right there should have been an indication. That's what I'm saying, beta males. Y'all like to be Captain Save-A-Ho because y'all just see a beautiful woman and your confidence is low, and it's like, you know what, I finally got a woman. Because y'all wait so long for a woman because people don't appreciate tender, soft, gentle type of men. You take whatever you can get. And that's what happened. He took whatever he can get. Not saying that a man can't take a woman and her child and make them their family. But this should have let him know this is not the type of woman I need to be marrying if she felt so comfortable to be having sex with a married man and getting pregnant by him. Maybe she needs to get counseling. Maybe she needs to get help first before I take it to the next level. They got married. A couple of years later, she ends up having their son together. That's when I find out she never stopped sleeping with the married man. So it was such confusion and rumors that her son, which is supposed to be from her husband, might not even be her husband's child. Because she never stopped the entire time. Even though she got married, she continued to have sex with the married man, which was the father of her first child. I'm going to do a part 2. I'll be right back.